67 points, and everyone did what they do. So.
The whole 6-7 thing.
Right. Yep. Yes.
Yes. Thank you very much.
The madness is still there. All right, boy, the weather today, it is. Yeah. That rain was just pouring.
And it still is. We're really feeling the brunt of our latest atmospheric river right now. That's why a KOIN 6 weather alert is not only staying in place for tonight, but well into the overnight hours and eventually Friday as the flooding rains, the gusty winds, power outages, and the threat of landslides continue to linger really through the weekend. As we take a live look at the mild temperatures across our area, 57 degrees. It's that tropical-like moisture and air keeping us well above the average as we are in no short supply of the wind and the rain. You can see that pretty perfectly out towards the seaside area. Also picking up on some rain showers in places like Mount Hood Meadows after a few snow showers earlier today. That too flipping back over to snow as our area rain gauges fill up the bucket more than 4 inches right now along parts of the coastline, nearing that 1.5 inches. And these numbers expected to continue to climb tonight. So now is a good reminder to make sure that all of your electronic devices are charged up and ready to go in the event that you do lose power. You stay up to date with the latest live updates right now at KOIN.com and also by downloading the KOIN News app along with the PDX weather app, where you too can track the latest storm system moving its way through the Pacific Northwest. All of this comes as our river stages continue to climb out towards eastern sections of Multnomah County, pushing ourselves back up to that minor flood stage, just the same for parts of Tillamook County. This is going to be a potentially long-running trend for us as many of our area rivers, just a snapshot of some of them here across the Portland-Vancouver area, that are still dealing with flooding and could potentially push into the major and moderate levels as we work our way through the next several days, because all of that runoff is still a concern. So turn around, don't drown, as much of our forecasting area is still under a flood advisory, although we have seen that peel back out the Portland-Vancouver area as of late. But really that flooding threat with the flood watch is still in effect from now all the way through Saturday. An additional inch and a half a possibility for much of the I-5 corridor as the soaking rains are still persistent across our area. You can see this window just opening up briefly with a few scattered showers still falling over downtown Portland as our camera lens is still covered with widespread water droplets. The winds threat, it's still in place, but expected to start to subside within about the next 2 hours or so. 7 o'clock, it's set to expire with those gusts of 45 to almost 60 miles per hour along the coast are expected to fade. But the power outage threat still remains, not only because of the wind, but if we do see any of those landslides, it too could take out some of our power lines. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that over the next 24 to 48 hours. The good news, the bigger picture is our atmospheric river, it's on the move, sliding its way further to the south, impacting our friends in California come tomorrow as a few of the residual scattered showers still push their way into western Oregon and southwest Washington. All right, that rain flips back over to snow for the Cascades. That's great news for our skiers and snowboarders alike as scattered showers continue to close in on the I-5 corridor for much of the day on Friday. That carries us into Saturday as well, and we are expected to see the wet weather even take us into early next week with additional rain gauges filling up close to about an inch and a tenth or so, and the snow elevation level falling back down to about 3,500 feet, where an additional foot to maybe even 2 feet is a possibility, helping to build back up that base layer. All right, tonight, the 5th night of Hanukkah, temperatures falling back into the low 40s. It will be raining at times as our sun dipped below the horizon just before the 4:30 hour. Tomorrow, 48 degrees. That's where we expect to climb to, so significantly cooler as that KOIN 6 weather alert remains in place for tomorrow. But you'll notice the wet weather trend taking us well into the week of many holidays. Hanukkah ending on Monday, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, expecting to see rainy moments at times. But again, it's just going to be rain, temperatures in the upper 40s. I know earlier in the week, some of our phone's weather apps were teasing out a wintry mix. That's just not in the cards. It's way too warm.
And some people, you know, can't help but wish for it because there's that song, you're dreaming of a white Christmas. So doesn't look likely though. Okay. No, that's good for lower level roads.
And easy for travel for us too.
Absolutely. All right, we'll be right back.